Welcome to Toffee TV. It's the final word. Everton 2, West Ham United 0. Beautiful, beautiful. Get your megaphones out, because we're here to talk about 3 points. I
forgot what it was like to win.
I had forgot. And afterwards, what made even worse thinking afterwards, looking at fixtures going, "Cool, thank God we did win that game." Because look at what you could have won. Yeah, good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the second half yesterday. I enjoyed going the game. I enjoyed walking up Goodison Road beforehand and seeing all the new. I can't wait till it's done. I don't care about all the moaners. I can't wait till it's done, and it's looking beautiful. I'm not arsed. It looked great. Looked great. Sense of pride. Sense of pride. Baz doesn't even look. He just gets in the car park, walks in his bullens. That's next though. You've got all the metal rods on the bullens now, haven't you?
Good, mate.
It's all getting done.
The cladding, I just want that, you know, the bit where then I won't be able to see Anfield, that corner bit where the metal is. I just want something on that, because it's been, that frame's been up for ages.
That's the. I think that might be the last thing.
That's the last bit to get done.
And they've just done the community centre as well on good. That's ready to have that badge there. Oh, look, taking over. Your big stands. There are your big stands. It's all about big flags on the side and the big
flags and blue cladding. And
then stadiums in the docks and all that. Anyway, let's get back here. Mad one, isn't it? You know, we did our starting 11. It was a little bit mad, and yet wasn't that mad, because find out Stecklenberg's not playing. Joe Robles is in. Obviously, he failed the fitness test before the game. Nothing to do with his Burnley howler. I still haven't worked out that goal. And Funes Mori came into the team, and some people were like, "Can't believe Funes Mori coming to say, I can't believe he's dropped Jags, can't believe it." You haven't been watching then, have you? Because again, I was made up with Koeman, because he did what needed to be done. He didn't just go, "Well, Jags is the captain and blah blah blah." He just went, "He's not playing well. He needs to be taken out the side, and we'll go from there."
And he covered it with the rest. He needed the rest.
Yeah, you always do that, don't you?
But yeah, no, it was a good decision. I think it was a decision we'd said, had me in the starting 11. We felt it was time to bring Funes Mori back in and see what he, you know, whether he could stand up and be counted. Because listen, these are decisions that have got to be made now. Is he good enough? Isn't he? We have to cut our cloth accordingly. If he can't do the job, we need to ship him out and get a different centre half in. And it was good to see him come in alongside Ashley Williams, who's probably the perfect fella for him to play.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
You know, and Joe Robles obviously coming back in and showing that he is a competent goalkeeper.
Well, again, that's another big decision, isn't it? Because again, in the past, a manager would be scared of making that decision. You lose your goalkeeper, and then most people go, "Well, I can't lose my goalkeeper and one of my centre backs." So you know, I'll leave Jags in, but he didn't. He made the tough decision, and fair play to him. You know, that's what he's paid for, to make those tough decisions. We've seen him make them already, but yeah, I mean, apart from that, it was pretty much how it was. Morales was in there, Balassi was in there, obviously.
Morales play?
I think so. Yeah, I think I've seen his new boots, shiny boots, but it was all right second half. It wasn't terrible, but. You know, the game itself, I thought we started nervous, and I thought some individual players started nervous, like there might have been something on their minds, like picking up 50 yellow cards maybe, because Garner for the first half was all over the place, then got booked and was sound. After he got booked, it was like, yeah, I've done that now. Whereas Gareth Barry's just like a Rolls Royce for the whole game. He's not even asked about picking up yellow cards, because he's just like, no point being bothered. Just play.
You can't play worried about a booking. You're not getting through.
Garner did.
I thought he was just terrible.
I just thought he was on edge all game, till he got that booking.
I thought once he was booked, he was exceptional.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't think if that's a worrying trait, if he's that terrified.
I think that's
because I'd rather him. This will sound wrong, but I'd rather him miss Chelsea away than Swansea at home.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree.
Are the ones we've got.
I absolutely agree. But we started with a little bit of nervousness. We stood off them a little.
We were scared. I don't think we were scared of them, but I just think I think what we had on our mind was, it's been a while since we've won a game, and this is a game that we expect to win. And I know, and that's not being disrespectful to West Ham, but I'm saying we're in a we've got to start winning our home games, and this was a game that on paper, when you look at it, you think, yeah, this is a game we should win. And we started off knowing that there was a lot on it, because I think probably like you said, they were looking and thinking, well, if we don't win today, we got Chelsea next week, and then we're in November, and then after November we've got Liverpool, United, Arsenal. It's a tough fixture list, so it was a presentable opportunity yesterday, and it looked like the players.
I thought we stood off them a little bit. Koeman said after the game, he said to them at half time, well, you know,
what are you worried about?
What are you worried about as such? And there was changes second half, which
they've started well as well though. West Ham, we've got to give them credit. They moved the ball around. I thought the front three movement was very good.
Payet fine. What I love about Payet is he effectively has a free role in the final third, so he's all over the place. And I know, but for the first 20 minutes he actually was very good, and then he tailed off massively.
He only kind of come alive and he got a free kick.
His dietary habits maybe need to be looked at. That's all.
If you look at him, the way he finished last season, he was fantastic. Then the Euros, he was unreal.
He's had a lot of football.
Probably just knackered, but
had a lot of football.
He didn't seem. I thought Lanzini was very good for them. I thought Obiang was good in the first 20-25 minutes.
But for the first 25 minutes, they were very, very good, and they were. Everything was going into Payet, and then the way he moves. I mean, the chance they had Obiang to put over, you know,
that was a good chance.
Might have been. I thought it was a penalty at the time. I actually thought he was caught,
I haven't seen it
but he'd already got the shot off. So I know that obviously plays a part in. But just a little ball by Payet, he's finding those, and we struggled. We struggled to deal with it, because it was almost like we allowed them on. We were so nervous about going forward that allowed them to come on and then find all those pockets. Lanzini did the one where he did the little shimmy, and all our defence went that way, and he went that way and put it across the goal. And it was only actually when they had the chance on, and we blocked it on the edge, and it broke to Lukaku, and that was I think that was one of our real first chances. And
done fantastic.
And as a lot of the cases at times at Goodison, sometimes that's all it takes to get us going. He did amazingly to get down the line, and that
put the cross in, didn't he? It just got clear.
Yeah, and that's when Barry put it over, when his first pass to, I think it might have been to Ghana, was absolutely abysmal. It was so short, and then he killed it all, and then that just sort of sparked
that was
into life.
We got a foothold, I think that was if I remember rightly, I think that was their corner, and we broke off it, and it broke to Lukaku, and he just went, didn't he? He just went on the run, just opened up his legs and showed how quick he is when he's in that run, and he loves that. That's his strength. His real strength is with the ball ahead of him. It's not when he's got his back to goal, although his hold up play second half was fabulous. He's happier when he's running with the ball. But you're right, after that first 20-25 minutes, West Ham bossed it in terms of they looking like the team that was doing the pressing. Once we had that attempt on goal, we kind of got to grips with the game, and because we were very nervous. There's Coleman early on, fantastic interception, and 2 minutes later he should have cleared it, hesitated, slipped. They had the ball in our box. Then
there was a lot of slipping. There was a lot of slipping yesterday. Check your studs. Honestly, everyone was going over on their asses.
Ghana, the one where he got booked for. The one Ghana got booked for, he was lucky. I
didn't even think there was a foul.
No, he got fouled, didn't he? And they got booked, but what happened was he hesitated. He should have passed it, hesitated, give it to Antonio, and could have been sent off. He dragged it, but then he got back in front of him, and then he fouled him, and he got the booking. So it was just our own mistakes, really, whereas we cut that out after that, and then...
And you know, more players came into it. I mean, we had the chance with Ross, which... for a fine save, you know, really should have took the lead again.
It was a brilliant save.
What we done on both occasions there, actually, which was better. We kept the ball alive. You know, the Oviedo one, it's come from the right onto the left. He's got it back into the box, and Ross has done a nice little move inside and got the shot of it. It is a good save, and I think that started
corners are still dreadful, aren't they?
The what?
Corners are still.
Some of them are okay.
You know what the problem is, right? And I've seen it. So it happened about 10 times yesterday. We've got a lot of bodies looking like we know what we're doing, making movements. No one runs to the keeper. No. So that adds in just the middle of his 6-yard box about 8 times, just took a cross. Whereas if someone just runs at him when that corners it, almost give up your attempt to head the ball, run into that middle of that 6-yard box. He hasn't got a clear catch on it. And then if it goes to one of your bigger men, you've got half a chance. But he just claimed too many.
And try other corners as well, try different ways.
I think if it was Payet, I'd be trying other corners. You get 3 out straight.
Oh yeah.
3 on the run.
Hit the wall 3 times. When everyone was like, yeah, this is going in this. But that got us a foothold in the game then, and I think from then we never really looked back in terms of attitude about how we were playing. I think once we you go back 12 months, well, it's only 12 months, is it? It's in this year, isn't it? And there probably was a little, for some of them, hangover of that game being 2-0 up and throwing it away. And you can understand the nervousness that often transmits itself to the crowd. But I thought we finished the half quite well. As I say, they had a couple of Pirates had the chance where I think it took a deflection off Funes Mori's foot and the keepers had to make a save. But once we got a grip of that, I thought we were alright. And then when we came out second half, I think what was it was notable for me re-watching the match earlier, is our fullbacks were just so much higher up the pitch. You go back and watch it, right? Our centre-backs are quite within our half, and our fullbacks all the time are gone. And I think that was the big change second half. We'd pretty much noticed how narrow they were becoming, how they weren't really playing with any width. So our fullback started going on, and that really helped us second half, because you go back and watch that second half. Seamus Coleman is like, his starting position was where it was like 3 years ago. His starting position's halfway in is in the opposition's half, and Oviedo was the same on the other side.
He wasn't. So
no, that's what I'm saying. Second half, his starting position was 15 yards further up, and so was Oviedo. And what that did was, that said to them they couldn't go anywhere, and they started having to chase Seamus. They started having to chase
Gareth Barry. Started doing what he done,
playing a lot.
His first season.
He was playing a lot deeper, little triangle with the centre backs, because they were so narrow, and we started dictating the team as a home side, and I think that's what Koeman was basically saying.
Don't forget, they come into it off 3 wins. They won 3 big games. They won down at Palace. They won in the 94th minute against Sunderland. Then they beat Chelsea in midweek. So they were bouncing 3 clean sheets. They were confident. We're a team who have struggled a little bit. Had a tough month. So they're bound to be tails were up coming into the game. But I think you're right. Whatever he said at half time, and he kind of said, I told them, why you're nervous, the crowd will pull you through. And the players looked like they
what that also helped do was, because obviously what we done was, we said, we're a home team, start bossing the game, and what it did as well is it allowed Morales and Balassi to come in a little bit, and it allowed Ross to play. It was almost like a diamond, but an attacking diamond rather than a midfield diamond, and it just allowed our central players to get more on the ball and create little pockets of space, and it looked so much more effective, because I was worried about how they were going to play and how they played 3 at the back, but actually that second half, as I say, it suited us more because we could get the fullbacks going.
Yeah, I think the problem in the first half when we break. And I mean, Ross put a couple of lovely first time balls through, one to Lukaku, couldn't get a shot away, another one to, I think it was Balassi on the other side. But our movement's so bad in the final third, they're so static. Our 3, I was watching West Ham when they were breaking, and they were all interchanging, and that was making it difficult for us. When we break, all of our players are standing like, give me the ball, but they're all standing with the back to goal, but no movement. And what we done second half, we started moving. Lukaku's movement was much better second half, and he was. But the problem with Rom is he's trying to drag people out of position, but no one else was moving in the first half.
We've said that before, haven't we?
And you go and help him, because he so he invariably stands still, going, give me the ball, because when I run, you don't give me it, so give me it here. Second half, they did, and Balassi tucked in, was a bit tighter. Morales was on the pitch, but he didn't.
No, but he helped though. But he did help though, because
he just helped by being a runner. He didn't help. He wasn't on the ball. He didn't create anything. He didn't go past anyone.
But he did help because, and as I say, he helped because he was starting to move around, and Barkley was starting to get.
And that freed up the space for Oviedo.
And once those started to move, and again. Like the problem we have, I think we both have the problem is when we play the 4-3-3 is that it is just like, you're over there, you're there and you're over there, and that's it. And then they swap sides, but they don't interchange when people are looking at them. And they're so far apart that it's dead easy to mark them. Whereas yesterday, they become a more narrow three.
I was going to say, yeah.
They become a more narrow three, with the full-backs becoming the width. And suddenly, their centre-backs are going, hang on,
man for man.
Where do I go?
Yeah.
Am I crossing over? And attacking players will always benefit because attacking players are clever.
And it was man for man. In the first half, if you take that game back at any time and stop it in the first half, you'll have Romelu Lukaku and he'll be splitting two of their centre halves and Ogbonna was trying to take him, so one would be free. More often than not, it was Reed who was free. So they had the three centre and he'd have two, and then Morales would be in our half and Balassi would be in our half, and there'd literally be 40 yards between Rom. So Rom was doing a couple of doggies, but they just pass it round him because 1 against 3 doesn't work. Second half, we come narrow, we almost went man for man with them, and all of a sudden they haven't got a spare man, so Noble's having to drop 10 yards where he doesn't want to go, and they ended up, I mean, Cresswell, who I think's a cracking player, he hardly had a kick.
Well, that's it, because he was pushed so far back, wasn't he, by Seamus Coleman.
You know, and the kid at right back didn't have a good, whoever he was, he didn't have a good game anyway. They ended up Fernandez or something, he took him off, didn't he? He couldn't get into it at all, and it was literally getting close to Ron, because then all the little flicks were coming off, and when we'd stretched the play, in fact the goal, we dragged them over to the left, and that allows Seamus to make the run on the right hand side, and he cuts in and has a shot, doesn't he, which is what we should be doing. Adrian spills it, and then Balassi, fantastic.
Balassi, where did Balassi come from? Because he was nearly on the penalty spot. He runs from nearly the penalty, and that's no exaggeration, he's nearly on the penalty spot, and he just sees it early and goes round, and the defenders are all, he gets there first.
He slide, throws him like he did at Man City, he makes something happen by diving it.
Where is it? I said this on the instant reaction, so other people just give that up, and it doesn't look like it's nothing. It's just like, will he clear them? What would you expect? But he makes something happen out of nothing there. No matter what anyone thinks about Balassi, he does make things. As
fourth assist, isn't it?
As much as the stupid things he does, which we'll mention in a minute, he does make things happen, and he's happy to make things happen. You see how happy he was when he created that goal. He's just created a goal for his mate.
As a striker, and that's what he is now, he's a wide striker, that's essentially what they're trying to play him as. You can't give anything up, because sometimes that was the difference. It started it off. It's not even like you just said, it wasn't a chance. It was just he's reacted to a loose ball, and he thought, I'm giving that everything. Delafeu would have just he'd have gone like, oh yeah, I can't get that.
Wouldn't have moved off the penalty spot.
Morales would have been like that, flick me here. I don't even think, I'll be honest, I don't even think Lukaku would have gone for it. But we don't need him to. We need him to be where he was. Balassi's reacted, slid, cut it across, and Rom's got.
That's a player's when we talk about pace. That's a player's confidence in his pace there.
Well, he's confident, but he also wants a scrap. He wanted the ball. He wanted the ball more than them.
Well, at the end of the day,
and he's got an assist.
The worst thing that would have happened is that, they wouldn't have had a clear clearance.
Not exactly.
Do you know what I mean? It might have bounced off and gone for a corner, or just gone for their throw in the corner or whatever. And he's got his just rewards for his luck. And Rom's in the right place, as all good strikers are, to just knock it in. And
how lovely must that be? The glad to see the ball comes in. There's no one with you. Just let it hit you. It's
5 minutes in the second half, that settles us down pretty much.
After that, I thought.
And after that, Rom just played like he plays against West Ham, and as I said yesterday, I wish he needs like every kit to be. Not like we have the problem where when we play against Liverpool, it wouldn't matter what Liverpool team it was, because like the under fours, we'd still probably get beat. That's the same with when he plays West Ham. His confidence is just like, well, you're West Ham, I'm going to score, and
I think they're obviously terrified of him now, because he scores all the time. So in their heads, they're thinking he's dangerous.
Good for their fans though, because when we play them, the scenario is they can go and get Lukaku to score any time. Throw a warner on it, pay for me trip. Even if you win or lose,
laughing doesn't matter.
Jobs are good.
That was great. I mean, that was his 50th goal for Everton, 50th Premier League goal, which is incredible.
Only Kale and Ferguson. What a front three that'd be.
I give him stick sometimes, because he probably doesn't work. His hold-up play isn't as good as it should be for a man of his size, but you can't argue with his goal record, and he loves that running at people. And I still feel we're almost doing him a disservice by not giving him a partner so that he can go and do what he does best. But it was fantastic, and he showed later on how good he was. He performed that second half like the Stoke City performance at
Yeah.
Christmas last year. And that for me was his best game in an Everton shirt last Christmas against Stoke, because that day he was at 12. He was head and shoulders above anything. He scored 2. He was head and shoulders above anything that day on the pitch, and we lost the game because of Flappy in goal.
Yeah.
But yesterday in that second half, he was brilliant, and so was Ross.
Yeah.
Ross was fantastic.
Well, we'll talk about Ross in a minute, but we didn't have it. I mean, we didn't have the whole of the second half our own way. I mean, they attacked quite a lot. But what I did think was that defending wise, I just thought we were calm. I mean, there was the one with Ashley Williams where it's a short pass by Barry. He slipped, then he slips, then he gets back, and then I don't know what he's doing when he gets back, because it's like, oh, I've got him here, and then the lad just runs past him, makes Joel make a good save. Thought Joel did well, made a couple of really good saves, and commanded his area. He really looks like a proper number 2 now, if that makes any sense. He doesn't look like, oh God, I don't want him coming on.
Save from at 1-0 from Noble, then it's in the top corner, is a brilliant save. For the simple reason that he didn't have that much to do. You know, he's at the block with Oviedo, I think it was that one, the Williams one, when it gets passed round the corner, and Oviedo comes across, they go in together. Other than that, it was he just come and took the crosses. And don't forget, he was in goal in that 3-2 last year. So, but set pieces, I thought we dealt with them really well. I thought defensively, Barry, you know, it was brilliant. It was brilliant. There was that one header of the free kick in the second half at 1-0 it was, then Payet put it in front of him.
Really
he
deep.
Came in and just
I thought he was brilliant yesterday. I would seriously be trying to tie him down for another year at least now and get that done, because I think he's that important at the moment, just to the way we play. I thought he was brilliant defensively. I thought Garner started coming alive a little bit second half and started less rash. Once he got that yellow card, he just sort of settled down. Barry you never felt was ever in any danger of getting a yellow card, because he's just the way he played the game so brilliantly. Oviedo, I thought, again, him and Seamus just got the bit between the teeth second half, because they were going forward so much that, I don't know, it almost like got the blood pumping in them. That because there was one by Oviedo where it's come across Funes Mori, and he's gone into the box and got there before the attacker. You know, done really good fullback play. Spotted it and got across early.
No, that was one I was talking about when they broke. That was like their probably, other than the Noble one, the best chance they had in the second half, and Oviedo gets a block on it, otherwise it's a goal. Fantastic bit of defending. I mean, I'd done the ratings and I was probably a bit harsh on Seamus. I give him 6.5 out of 10.
No, I thought,
because I think my standards for him are so high because of what he was, and he's nowhere near, for me, he's nowhere near what he was. He had a better game yesterday, I'm not saying he did.
I thought he had a really good second half,
he did get better second half, but I thought first half, I thought he was all
but I thought what I thought was really important was, though, especially for both full-backs, was they were used in a manner that they need to be used in. Do you know what I mean? They were like, when they're just full-backs, they just look like average players. But when they're the attacking threat and the team starts helping them by playing a little bit more narrower, it really got the most out of them. But
the thing, what's annoyed me with Seamus, not so much yesterday, because he did do this yesterday, but he's always got into the areas, because he still does it, but he's just hesitating on things, and instead of crossing it, thrown in. Yesterday we get the first goal because he just went back to what he used to do, cut in, whack it, have a shot. If he has 5 shots, I've got no issue with him. It's when he gets into them areas and he's stopping and he's messing and he goes to do 48 step over. He's not the most graceful, he's just power and pace. Get it in.
Confidence as much as anything.
Just keep trying it, because that's what he's different to everyone. Not anyone, but a lot of people can go and play right back and do a capable job. But what sets him apart from it is that attacking drive. But I thought Oviedo, fantastic. Put some great balls in with his left foot and offered us that stuff that we used to see what he was about, the attacking, sprinting and making them go.
He said that in the week that he's has to change his game to sort of fit in, but that's the, because I remember when I mean, there's been different spells of Oviedo at the club, mostly down to his injury record, but I just remember that time. I remember when we were all worried when Baines went out the team that time, and then Oviedo came in and he scored the goal at Old Trafford, but then he actually had better games than the Man United one. He had some great games. The one against Stoke, where he was as an attacking left back, he was really, really good. Some really, and then I think he got another injury or something.
No, that year was when he broke his leg.
Yeah.
Because Baines went up in the derby, if you remember, broke his foot in the derby. Then Oviedo was in, and that goal against Stoke, the corner, he cuts inside and whacks it in. And he was getting better and scored at Old Trafford. He was getting more involved. We were playing great, and we go down to Stevens, was it? And he breaks his leg.
I think he had a great. And he was playing. I think he played against Stoke, and against Fulham.
He beat him by 4.
And he was and it wasn't just a break. It was
horrendous.
It was a horrendous break. It was a proper.
But that's what I'm saying. Up until then, he'd really, like you've just said, you were going, we're not really missing Baines, which is such a testament, because Baines for me still is fantastic footballer. And at Oviedo, he's got back in lately, and some games he's been horrendous, and you're going, oh God, he's everywhere. Man City, the opening 25 minutes, that Sané had them every which way but loose. But even in that game, he got better and better.
But he's not.
He's more of an attacking.
He's not a defensive fullback, is he? Let's be. But that's what I'm saying. Second half Saturday, Sunday, the licence was there to go forward, and he relished it. He relished it, and by attacking, he's not allowing their right winger to get forward, or right wing back, whatever.
They're having to play on the back.
So I thought he played well. I mean, you mentioned Ross there.
Like you say, just for anyone, just to clarify, I was probably a little bit too harsh on Seamus.
Seamus did play well second half. I mean, Ross played well yesterday, but he didn't. He played well. He played well in terms of, he was very much like a 7. Like we always say.
I'm not playing the numbers.
No. Just listen. He was a 7, right?
Out of 10.
He was a 7. And then when he got his goal, he went to like a 8.5. Because
I give him 9.
Alright, that's fine. What he did was, he worked his way through the game and just consistently played the game in a consistent style, obviously. He was very consistent through the game. And he nearly scored, and then there was one right at half time, and I thought was just the epitome of him, where there was a ball in the air and it just dropped, and he killed it with the first. It was stone dead. It was beautiful. And then he spun, and then he run through, and then he had like 2 options either side, and he played the wrong option, and it was like, that is Ross Barkley. It was the touch and the turn were just like
I think that was the one he should have gone left, and
he went right,
and it was
and I thought, that's Ross, but he'd had a good half. He'd been very steady. He'd played his role, and then second half again. And I think something he picked up on, like match of the day, was he was snapping at people's heels.
Yeah.
He was not giving anyone space. He was making them force mistakes, and for his goal, he's snapping at them midfield. He wins the ball, turns, wriggles past 2 or 3, plays a lovely shaped ball. Rom does really, really well. It's really bad defending, because Rom's offside, well his arm is anyway, and the lad actually jogs in and keeps him onside just as Ross kicks the ball. The lad had stepped up a yard, Rom's offside, but then that's good forward. That's good forward play to think that he'll probably drop in. And also Rom does really, really well. Just holds him up. Again, something that he doesn't often do, because he doesn't ever think that anyone's coming.
No.
And something I said in the video here, you might disagree. Tom Cleverley does really well, because Tom Cleverley goes front post.
I've got to say, Cleverley, when he came on, had a decent for him. He had like a deep. No, what I mean is, he normally comes on and he just looks busy, but he doesn't actually do anything. I thought yesterday he did affect the
contributed
game.
To the
got
game,
involved yesterday, done things that he's capable of. Whereas too many times he just runs around. It doesn't matter whether he touches the ball; he just runs around. I thought yesterday they considered.
But Cleverley's gone near post, and he's took a couple with them and kept them thinking. And Ross just walked literally after he passed it. He didn't make any. He just timed his run nicely and just come in on the quiet at the back post. And it's a really good finish, because it was a difficult one, and it's what he deserved. And when I say about, he was consistent all the game, and he's topped it off with a lovely goal, and that gives you, do you know what I mean? He hasn't had to be amazing all the game. He's been steady, he's done his job. He was nice in the second half, because he's getting a little bit more of the ball, and even for Lukaku's goal, he's the one who puts it out wide to Seamus. Seamus is helping him out by going on the outside, and that's what I'm saying. He's helping the game move. He's not looking for killer balls all the way through the game.
I think the thing with Ross is, and we probably analyse him more than any other player, and there's no reason to, because he's a great footballer, and people want him to be 5 men every game and whack it in. He's not going to do that. He is what he is. He'll make goals out of nothing. He's better when he just gets back to playing his midfield role, and that's exactly what he done. He was busy yesterday. He went into tackles. I criticised him last week because, for me, too often this season he hasn't wanted to go into them tackles. Yesterday he was getting involved. He was one where he'd done the triangle, he'd done a bit of doggy work. They were knocking the butt, not dogging, doggy work. They were knocking it between them, and he was doing the sprint. He ran back and put a tackle in. The goal is creative from snapping at people, like you say, playing a great ball. The finish is good. You had the other one where he does the little jink and whips it, and Adzi and Strander that just drops on top of the net. So he was involved all the time. Won headers defensively. He had a perfect midfield game. He pressed. That was it. He pressed. That's all he did. And both all goals he has to do is do that. Both goals came from pressing. You know, they both came. We forced. We don't do it enough. Exactly, but that's it. First half, we don't do. But that's, I think, what that showed you. So someone like Ross, not saying Ross, and someone like Ross who's got all that talent, sometimes they get overindulged and think they don't have to do the work because they don't see the merits in doing the work. But what that goal surely shows Ross and other people is he did the hard work to win the ball back, and then suddenly he's creating a chance. It's not just, and the first goal is exactly the same. I think Rom is in the same boat. I think Rom at times thinks there's no merits in doing that, and yet when he went on that run in the first half off their corner and he ran the length of the pitch fantastically well and put it in, and we have a shot that lifted the whole play. That showed him and us that if you put that work in, your ability will outshine people, and that's what he done second half. He made sure he was involved second half. He went to war. I just hope that is an eye opener to that, because I think he said himself after it though, he knew he's had a bad month. He said, I've had a bad month and I've had to work hard, and I'm made up of scores. But I think sometimes though people think hard work is just running around a bit. Do you know what I mean? Whereas his hard work affected things. He run after that ball. He won that ball. There was like 3 players around him, and you've got the likes of Noble in there, or a little lapdog snapping about at your feet. He's got the more talent, but sometimes people like Noble get elevated in football because they are busy and because they are running around. Whereas Ross has got that natural talent, and if he puts that little bit of extra work in, he wins the ball there. He jinks through because of his talent. Lovely ball, drifts into the box, he scores a goal. That only becomes because he won the ball back, and that's got to be the switch, isn't it? To say you do that and you'll get the result out of it. Won us the match. Yeah, he's won us that effectively, because at 1-0 they can get a corner, a free kick. He won us the match. There's a quote in the gym. There's the quote in the gym at Everton, isn't it? At Finch Farm, about talent. Hard work beats talent if the talent doesn't work hard. That quote is there, and that quote should be there for all of our players. Ross Barkley, more talent than probably most of them. If he adds the hard work to it, no one gets near him. Look at Payet first half. He's working hard. He's getting some nice positions. Second half, he faded out the game, and it doesn't matter how good you are if you don't have the ball or don't work hard to get the ball back. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I just hope, as I say, but Bolassi's the other one. Bolassi gets loads of stick. I just don't understand why. I understand. Well, I do and I don't. Again, it's what do we want? He creates goals and he creates chances, and he's created one out of absolutely nothing yesterday, and then he does something stupid like that stupid Rabona, or does stupid. He is always good. He is that kind of player, but as long as he's making chances, if he gets an assist a game, he can do 5 crap Rabonas a game. Because you look at other players, and you will name one in about 5 seconds, who just drift through games and don't contribute and don't work that hard. Go on. They don't need to. Go on, just say it. Kev. Okay. Again, full of ability. But what's the point? Then there you go. You go. That's where Ross Barkley's been. When he took Morales off yesterday and he put Cleverley on, I was thinking, well, that's, listen, you've got Delafeu there, but then I'm thinking, hang on, Delafeu will come on and probably fade out. But when Cleverley comes on, but I'm saying, Cleverley comes on, but Cleverley comes on and applies hard work. See, this is where
this is where we slightly differ, because I thought that was a brilliant sub. Soon as he came on, I knew our midfield were going to be stronger because of it. I know what you're saying. You take him off, you bring Delafeu, you create that. You've got the same attacking thing, and I
understand why he done it, because the game wasn't over.
Yeah,
the game wasn't over, and we still needed that solidity.
But
and what he allowed, when Cleverly come on, it allowed Balassi to go tighter to Rom. So we effectively went to it wasn't a 4-4-2 as such, but it was, if you know what I mean. We had 4 midfield players, didn't we, with Ross dropping back in and Balassi trying to get tight to Lukaku. But I think it paid off.
I think the thing with Ross is, and it's why we've criticised him, but maybe over-analysed him in the last month or so, is because he's probably been getting told from day one what Koeman's probably been telling him what he wants, and we've been looking at the last few weeks and going, it's not. The penny doesn't seem to be dropping. So maybe you take that responsibility off him and you play him further forward as a proper split striker number 10, or play him up front. But in this game, it did feel like he had suddenly realised that he didn't have to be, Hollywood pass all the time, or trying to pass the ball to an item. Work hard, play your game, and the ability will rise to the surface. And it did eventually, and as you said, it gets us the 3 points with Rom's goal as well. But
I mean, we also had the move with
Lukaku,
which was literally would have been one of the goals of the season. Well, how good the football was.
This goes back to what I was saying before about hypnotising Rom and showing him everyone else is wearing West Ham kits. Because when he picked that ball up, there was a dead easy pass to the outside, and Chambers coming probably would have been down the right, but he just jinks inside because he knows he's got the lad. Then jinks inside another one because he knows he's got him. Plays it outside, keeps his run going, and then actually it's not actually a very good volley in the end. He volleyed it straight to the keeper. He probably could have put a little bit of shape on it, because he can do that, and buried it, and that would have been just absolutely amazing goal. But he knew he had them, and sometimes again with Romy, you just look at him and go, there's so many games where you just go, you're better than this lad, you're better than these. But exactly, and you just go, why aren't you doing it? But yes, there was a mentality thinking, he scored 9 in 9 against West Ham. He knows he's got them. West Ham fans have got him on their coupons. They know he's got them. So
it's not even 9 in 9. It's 9 consecutive games.
So it's just pure confidence. Pure confidence. You're thinking, you've got that ability, lad. Go and do that against other teams.
If he can
players.
That's it. If he can raise it to that level consistently, that's when he'll get that move where he thinks he should be playing. Because when he's at that top level,
things like that.
No, but in his eyes, that's what he wants. I don't want him to move on.
I just think, do you know what?
I'm saying, if he doesn't even forget about the move, but he'd be coming to that bracket that he thinks he's in.
I just think at the moment, as well, though,
he's happy.
He looks dead happy.
He does, yeah.
Even if you've bought Balassi to be his little mate, it's working. There's a happiness there on
Balassi's
the pitch.
Boss, mate.
On the pitch.
Balassi's boss.
No, I
works hard, creates goals, makes himself look a dickhead.
Crap at Rabonas.
Does other things, raps. You know what I mean? And then as a goal, then rips Cleverly on Twitter for laughing at him.
Did you see the thing though? I don't know what their celebration was, because it was crap. But they did some mad celebration, and then he was doing the guns thing, and Winston Reid was on the floor, and he just went to him like that, and no one got onto him, and it just made me laugh. I just thought, even the cameraman didn't get onto him. He just basically pointed at Winston Reid and laughed at him, and I just thought, I'm gutted no one got onto that.
Harsh. I'm not, because someone would have objected. Wouldn't have been happy with it.
Oh well.
But it's, it was good. But we can't finish without talking about what Everton have to do to get a penalty kick.
Okay, I know it's the 94th minute, but he clears. Who was it? Albana. Albana, wasn't it? It was Albana.
Albana, he's useless, that kid.
Albana. He just clears Garner out. Just clears him out. The ball, there's a gif on my Twitter, and the ball just rolls exactly where it rolls, doesn't stop rolling, and he just clears Garner, and the ref's like the arrogant way to do it,
it's him. No, it's Anthony Taylor.
It's him. Insert referee's name.
But Anthony Taylor's got, this is the fella that sent off Gibson and Carlton Cole a few years ago. Then he both got rescinded about 4 hours later. Last year he sent Morales off for being, 2 tackles, was sent off. He's a dickhead. And then, but he's
maybe he shouldn't be allowed this fixture.
He shouldn't be allowed an Everton game. And this comes down to Everton just being pussies, because I'd be saying, not having him anywhere near. Do Alex Ferguson start doing it, because he's absolute garbage, the kid. He's on over 100 grand a year. He can't do his job. Like a milkman, getting into work in the morning, not knowing how to drive his milk float. That's what Anthony Taylor is. He hasn't got
milk a cow.
Or milk it up.
Do they still milk cows?
Or put bottles on steps. Because that is Anthony Taylor, inept.
Okay, there you go. It was definitely...
It was a stonewall penalty.
Nailed on.
Some teams have had 6 or 7 pens this season,
for
not naming any names, and we've had 1.
Yeah.
For a penalty that nobody really saw against Stoke. Just when Pullen was we'll just give a pen for Pullen.
Yeah.
But anyway, we didn't need it, luckily, Taylor.
Yeah.
Because Taylor, I'd have been coming after you, kid.
You wouldn't have,
I wouldn't.
to be honest.
I don't know where. I don't even know why I said it, because I wouldn't.
You got a job on
Well,
kids.
well,
What did you gain from doing that?
Nothing. And what would he say? Why didn't you give the pen? I didn't want him. Oh, alright, sorry, see you lads.
I didn't
Have a
see
nice
it.
night. I would have been it.
I
just don't want him to manage. I don't want him to manage it, and I don't want him to referee any more games.
Oh well, on that note,
We've won.
3 points.
We've won.
As I say, happy days.
Everton, boss
Some good
again.
performance.
My boss for the week.
Yeah. Got a week to be happy, haven't we?
Then we'll go to
and
Chelsea.
it all goes miserable again. Happy
We
days.
won't. We'll go to Chelsea and see
There you
what
go.
happens.
Right, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave your comments. Check out all the other videos from the weekend. We've got a video come up as well about the atmosphere at Goodison Park as well. Make sure to catch that. Thanks for watching Toffee TV. We'll see you later. Right, make sure to check out our latest videos. There's a couple just here and here. Make sure you're checking them out on Toffee TV, and we'll see you later.